This is part five. A little bit about my story. A bit about my story, and it is just a bit like I know this is part five, and the first ones were like 5 minutes, and these last ones have been like 8 minutes. But this is it's honestly just a short version of what I've been through, and there's just all sorts that's went on. But as I said in the last video, I will explain some of the worst things that I've experienced through heroin addiction. And obviously my early life was so painful. I was so withdrawn. I was just in a big ball of pain, like, and obviously I was just like, I wonder whether that works. I wonder whether that works, and I was just a tour rag just going around. Well, that's basically the title, really, a tour rag. Or in the newspaper when I there was write ups about me, it was like a wayward teenager, like. So I was looked at like a little bugger, if I can say that word. I don't think it's a swear word here, but yeah, get conviction for anything. So yeah, but I really was just somebody who was just really in a lot of pain, trying to escape. And there was an amazing guy who he spent a lot of time in Canada and 20 years in the worst parts of the addicted areas, and he said through 20 years of studying addiction, it's all people trying to escape pain. They're all trying to escape pain, and most of them have got trauma in their life. So come on, guys, it can't be stigmatized. People are suffering, that's what it is. They're not just little toe rags or wayward people. The people who are struggling, they're trying to find a way out of pain. They just maybe have gone through something far worse than you can even imagine. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to convey here. So couldn't see my kids, and I just want to say to them, obviously I'm writing to them, but you're obviously going to see this because I'm leaving them up, even if I get one view, because it's part of me sharing my story. And I just want to say to you, I love you so much, and I know you've noticed that I haven't missed a birthday, I haven't missed a Christmas, and I might have it might have been a week after the birthday or whatever, but that's just because like of being on drugs and waiting for a certain payday and stuff. But I've never forgot about you, and I've always tried. I'm not going to say anything about your mum, but I can't see you, and that's part of the reason. I have been clean at times, trying, and it still hasn't been. I felt like it's never been good enough. But I just hope that you know that I love yous. And yeah, so I've been through horrendous things, like in that time though. I haven't been like enjoying myself, and yes, you would get a high off certain drugs, but it wasn't like you weren't just enjoying life. You weren't finding fulfillment in anything. You couldn't be filled at all. And that's what I was saying to somebody the other day, and they were saying, you need to have a smoke or a drink or something now and then. And I put my hand on his chest and I said, he fills you. He fills you. So anyway, in them days when I was trying to fill myself up, like I remember I was walking around, I'd been took off my prescription at the chemist for methadone, and for probably turning up intoxicated or just not attending. They kept going to the chemist because I'm using, and I'm walking down this street, and I've tried every shop to steal from, so I can get the drugs and swap the stuff for drugs, or for money and then for drugs. And then all the shops are shutting. I try one last shop and they like catch me, and I just walk out and with nothing. And I'd never done this before. Obviously, I'd burgled when I was younger, but now it was like I was in my early 20s. That was like 4 years ago or something. Since I know that doesn't sound much. I think it was a little bit longer now. I think I was like getting into my mid-20s now, I think. So it'd been a while since I was in prison. Got out when I was 19. So, but yeah, I seen this door jar, and then I've just walked in it and went up these stairs, and again, if anybody's watching and they recognise that it was them, I'm sorry. I've repented, and I'm the Lord's forgive me. But yeah, I still, I'm sorry for everything I've done. But yeah, I went in, I got like a armful of stuff, and walked down the stairs and walked out of there, and there was loads of girls in there. There was loads of men sat in a room in a man cave, and I just somehow managed to get in the end room and back out. I went to the dealers. He's noticed that this is a bit fishy, and he said none of it's any good to me. And I've got round the corner, and then this car's pulled up. Five lads have just jumped out, and they've all just immediately just knocked me to the floor, booting me in the face and the ribs and everywhere, all over my body. I was just like, while they were all just booting the hell out of me. And yeah, I might have been shouting, but it was a scary experience. And let me tell you, it is. You can think that you're anything, but when that is happening, you don't know. I didn't know who they were or anything. They were stronger, they were taller. I was like skinny, addicted, heroin addict, a heroin addict, crack cocaine addict, amphetamine, like malnutritioned. These were like all like gym guys, like just young lads having a party basically, and I went in and so I got what I deserved, and I totally understood that. But in the end, I stood up, and all of a sudden, it's just started going. And don't forget, I was trying to get money for drugs because I was not on a prescription. I was withdrawn badly for heroin. So here I am, still withdrawn badly. They've got their stuff back. I've lost my only phone I had. And I've got one shoe on, and then it just starts going, chucking it down with rain, like absolutely chucking it down. And it's now like getting midnight, and I went to one place. They weren't happy because I didn't pay them the £10 I owed them. So now they sat smoking heroin in front of me while I'm withdrawn and I'm bleeding, sat on this frigging couch. And he's cleaning me up, gives me a pair of trainers that are frigging 2 sizes too big. And they won't give me any drugs. They wouldn't give me any heroin to like, for my fix, to sort me out. These things are hard to actually say, but God saved me from all this. So that's my reasoning for doing this. I don't think I'd be able to share it. Otherwise, I'd be just a criminal.